Hello, everybody. Welcome back to a brand new game alert. What the? You know I do this every new game we play. Shut your face, Zeke. So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to my first ever video on F1 25. And what a way to start the new game cycle than to bring back the old series with the return of the series on the game. Breaking Point 3 is here, ladies and gentlemen, and by the looks of the trailers, it's looking like Connor Sport and Aiden Jackson and Callie Mayer are going to be going after Red Bull for the top of Formula One.
Yep.
So, if you guys have not watched any of my videos on Breaking Point 2, little recap, Connor Sport is a new 11th team on the grid for Formula One, and we follow Aiden Jackson, Devin Butler, and Devin Butler's sister, Callie Mayer.
Yep.
Through the world of Formula One in 2022 and 2023. And I believe, just like Breaking Point 1 and Breaking Point 2, we are going to be starting in the previous Formula One season, which would be the 2024 season. With that saying, I have Zeke here.
Hello.
He has started Breaking Point 3. He's gotten through the first 4. So, I'm going to be playing the first 4, which we will be doing in this exact video. And then next time, Zeke will play the next 4 chapters. So on and so forth. Because I believe, just like the previous 2, there are 16 chapters in this, so each of us will have a turn to go 4 and 4. If I am wrong, then please forgive me. But I think it is time to get right into it. We're going to go ahead and actually... I made a joke to Zeke that we're going to do Expert, but we're actually going to go ahead and choose hard mode. Still one step higher than what he started, but what are you going to do? Zeke, let's go right into it. Unmute the fucking TV, stupid. Alright. I am going to... Bruh. I'm going to set my deals up because, well, Zeke can go ahead and fucking go. Edit. Zeke, I hate you. Anyway, while I do this, I'm going to let you guys skip right to the story.
In Breaking Point, you know, the first time you see a car, your car, alongside Ferrari, McLaren, Mercedes, that's what it's all about.
Aiden, listen, between you and me, I don't think this team is right for me.
Callie Mayer becomes the first woman ever to win the F2 championship.
What about your dad? Has he called to congratulate you yet, Callie?
No. Next question.
Devin Butler now. Oh, that's not good. Oh no, Devin Butler spins. He's out.
It was his hearing. He'd been keeping it from us.
Done.
I think maybe he'd been trying to keep it from himself. So if Devin, your son, can't drive, how about your daughter?
Callie Mayer becomes the first female driver of the modern era to participate in an F1 race. Here she comes. And there's contact between the two motorsport drivers.
Aiden, are you alright? It's just another bugger.
The two Thomas Motorsport teammates not exactly doing each other any favours this afternoon.
What is Aiden playing at? It was too good for the team. He just had a bit of an attitude problem.
Enough! It has to stop. Understand?
I must take care of the business. Who do you think will inherit it after I'm gone?
Well, Devon, obviously. I wanted you to fight for me. He never listened to me. He always listened to you.
You know what it's like to leave all this behind, don't you?
That's the most difficult thing I've ever done.
I didn't choose this, Caspar.
I've had an entire season of you whispering in people's ears. I'm asking you to leave the meeting.
You can't be serious.
This is not your team. And after today, it might not even exist.
Coming, Devon?
Yeah, I'm thinking I might actually stay.
You all know what's at stake. If we race as individuals today, the team dies.
I'm sorry if I was ever.
I will forgive you on one condition.
What's that?
You get your share of the points.
Aiden's out. I heard.
Sure about this?
I'm sure about everything.
Is this a team order?
It's just not going to make up that much ground. It can't be done. Just cruise it in, Cal. Russell, you watch her go.
And to the checker flag for one final time. That is some race from Callie Mayer.
What an incredible performance by her today. Connor Sport sure will be very delighted with that one.
Bahrain, day 3 of pre-season testing. Prologue. Fresh off the nail-biting finish to their 2023 campaign, sheesh, wasn't it? Connor Sport head into preseason testing in Bahrain as a clear underdog on the grid. However, the team, under new management, has been hard at work looking to prove their doubters wrong.
Well, here we are then, the final day of pre-season testing here in Bahrain.
It's been good, hasn't it, so far, Crofty? We've seen all the teams out there, putting in the miles, putting in the laps, and we come away from it still not knowing who's going to be the team to beat. It looks super competitive as always.
Now, you're not wrong, Ant. Red Bull and Ferrari have looked impressive, as expected, but it's Connor Sport that have really been the talk of the paddock so far this week.
Okay, Aiden, we've got some great data over the past couple of days. We're all really happy, but let's make this a big, strong finish, yeah? Yeah, copy. Right, we've gone with a brand new setup on the car here, so just use this lap to get accustomed to the changes, and once you feel like you're happy enough with everything, you can come back to the pits at any time to end the session. Okay, sounds good. Great, I'll leave it
So
up to you.
these are actually my first laps on the F125 game, so forgive me if I am rusty.
Oh, isn't it good to be back, Aiden? I've missed this. Yeah, you know me. Just getting back into the swing of things.
New controller too, not used to this controller specifically. The wing looks cool. Really good looking car for Connor Sport. Huh?
The graphics.
Bahrain under the lights at night is going to look. Oh yeah. 2 purple sectors to start our first lap in practice. Preseason testing has made its appearance to...
Right, we'd like you to push it on this next lap, please, mate. Can do.
So the team wants us to beat a target lap of 1 minute 35.1, and considering we just set a 1:32 in clean air, however, clean air is not what we're going to have as we are coming up to the back of the Williams, who I believe is Albon.
Okay, mate, let's have some feedback on the car,
Yes,
please. How's it feel? Yep, sure thing. The car's feeling great.
Albon nicely got out of our way. Another purple first sector, and followed by purple sector in sector 2. We will make our final run down to the final corner, and then our final run to the line. It's looking like a good lap time. Definitely is a 1:30.764. Is what is exactly
We're seeing
needed.
really positive data from that run, so just when you're done, bring it back into the pits. Copy.
We'll make our way back to the pit lane to end preseason testing. And as you guys saw in that cutscene,
Okay, Aiden, everything's looking good so far. Car's looking great. And so do you. Yeah, this car is a rocket ship. You guys have made a beast right here.
as we saw, it looked as though Andrea O'Connor, the founder of Connor Sport Racing, signed over the rights to the team to Devin and Callie's father, Davidoff Butler, who, in Breaking Point 2, was a bit of a shady character, always wanting to get into people's heads, it seemed like, and in the final cutscene, he even admitted to it, saying, motivation is manipulation. And while I do have to agree with him on part of that, I do not agree to most of it.
I've already told Casper, let the car run a little wider out of turn 4. You can really extend the track there.
I don't know. We're already pretty close to track limits at that point.
Well, you're leaving time on the table, so just let it run a little wide. It's all good.
You're not the one behind the wheel, Dev.
We might be pushing our luck with this steward, so we'll have to side with Callie on this one.
Ask Casper, he'll agree with me.
Yeah, they're here now. Just give me a second. Devin, just the man. So we look through the data, and if we adjust the ERS harvesting rate, we should see some improvement on those turns.
Told you.
Right, okay, settle down. I got someone who wants to speak to you all. Right, they're listening now. Davidoff.
Good.
Speak
So,
of the
as
devil.
your new team owner, I thought it only right that I check up on my investments. And I'm glad I did. Casper's just filled me in on the lap times. I just wanted to say, well done. I'm impressed. But Red Bull's numbers are better, so there's still room for improvement.
Well, now we know what we're up against. I'm sure me and
Callie,
Adam can...
don't have time to chat. All I wanted to say is that I'm expecting great things from our drivers this season. We all are. Just don't let yourselves down.
And no worries, Dad, we're all over it.
Good man. I'll fly out to Bahrain as soon as I can. Ciao.
Well, he's right, you know. With times like these, we could be real contenders this season.
Chapter 1, Emilia-Romagna Grand Prix. Several races into the 2024 season. Chapter 1, while still early, Connorsport have had an encouraging start to the 2024 season. A series of impressive performances has surprised fans, pundits, and other teams on the grid alike. Alright, here we go.
We had an incredible start to the 24 season. Better than any of us could have imagined.
And do you think any of that was down to Davidoff Butler buying the team?
Undoubtedly. I mean, Davidoff had a way of pushing people's buttons to motivate them, as he would call it. Besides, both his kids were at Connorsport, so if there were any disagreements, which there were, he could be very
Persuasive. He would always get what he wanted. Why do you think I sold the team to him at the end of 2023?
That is a goofy laugh.
Hey, boss, you got a couple of minutes?
Andreo, it is incredible to see you. Alright, we got something. Legacy Media. Davidoff has arranged for a luxury watch brand, Eichenberger. The fuck is an Eichenberger?
I don't fucking know.
Sounds like
German.
It is. But it sounds like something they would have in a German McDonald's. Eichenberger. To run an advertisement campaign featuring Devin, Kelly, and himself to promote for their new product line. Why just the Butlers? Why just them? But, okay. Eichenberger have been in contact asking when might be possible to arrange the filming. Currently, it would have to replace a pre-scheduled meeting about simulator data. How do you want to deal with this request? I think the best thing we do is actually delay it. No, hear me out. We still do it, but we don't do it right away. That's what I'm going to do. Also, that would be what Casper would actually do. So. Jackson and Mayer against the odds. Oh, we get a call. Who from?
Who do you think?
Davidoff.
Davidoff.
Casper, how's everything shaping up?
Pretty good. We're just about to go over the data from FP3. I want to encourage Kelly to adjust the brake balance. She's still locking up coming out of turn 7. And as for Aiden,
Good. Casper, listen, we need another strong showing at him.
Of course.
Getting a great result in Ferrari homeland would show that we're serious about making the top 3.
And we are, as you know. We delivered a good car this year, so don't worry.
But there's always a better car around the corner. Stay hungry, Casper. Also, I understand my old friend Ernst has been in touch about a shoot with some watches.
Eichenberger. Yeah. But, I can't allow it at this time. I mean, we're under a lot of...
No. Ernst is an old Cambridge chum of mine. It's important to me. It simply must happen. I don't want to go into why this, why that. Just do it.
Okay, I'll get it arranged.
Good man. Thank you. Now I've got some other calls to make. Talk later. Keep the pressure on.
Interesting. And we have our old pal Arava. Lots of talk of Connorsport, but I'm not expecting any big surprises this season. It's Red Bull and it's Verstappen. Simple. Hashtag Red Bull. Slow puncture. Hashtag at Arava. Boring. Tell me why I'm wrong. I'll wait. That is such an Arava thing. Right, what we got? Phil. FP3 data, we don't care. Devin Butler, important! Casper, I can't seem to get a hold of you. I wonder why, Devin. Casper, I can't seem to get a hold of you. Answer your phone, mate. Devin! Take a hint, my man.
I've been looking at some of data from
qualifying,
qualifying, and I
and
really do think we are missing a trick with the current tire strategy. Trust me, you'll thank me for it. Call me,
Devin. Now, guys, Devin may not be a driver anymore, but he is definitely not an engineer. He is the team liaison. He is supposed to help the drivers relax.
He does not do that.
He does not do that because that is just not a Devin Butler thing.
Nope.
Anyway, Mark Priestley. Oh, our good pal Mark, our head engineer. Got some... Aiden Jackson up in the top 5 in points. What a lad. Makes me wonder who's in 4th ahead of him, because then you have Charles, Sergio,
I like that
and Max.
Sergio's in 2nd.
I think it might be one of the McLarens in 4th. Anyway, let's head straight into our first actual race of Breaking Point 3. Chapter 1. Here we go! And for the first time, we get to decide which driver we want to drive as. And we ended the season with Callie Mayer in Breaking Point 2. So I'm going to start the new season. I'm going to start 2024 off with the man who had to retire at the end of Breaking Point 2 in the Abu Dhabi race due to an engine failure. I'm going to start with Aiden Jackson because I believe that eventually Callie Mayer will become more central to the story. And I want to let Aiden have his moment in the sun. Emilia-Romagna Grand Prix, mid-race, Chapter 1 again. With the race in full swing, hell yeah, just as I like it, Aiden Jackson sets his sights firmly on challenging the race leaders.
What a great battle down the straight here at Imola. There's not much space between Red Bull and Connor Sports, and there's contact and into the gravel. Jackson's off, Verstappen's unaffected, and he races on ahead.
Verstappen definitely benefits from that one. Was there room for it though? I'm not too sure.
Verstappen, a very aggressive driver. He gets the elbows out.
Everything okay, Aiden?
And,
Not happy. Yeah, well, it looks like
and
you've
Aiden
escaped
Jackson
unscathed.
is
Head
not
down,
happy.
and let's go, yeah? Already on it.
Here we go. Get to... So our main objective is to finish in 3rd or above, but we have a secondary mission of getting past Max Verstappen and getting up to P5 before lap 14. We have 3 laps to do it, and big move on the Ferrari of Carlos Sainz to take P6 away. Sainz on the hard compound tire, we are on the medium, so not a huge fight for that. Here we go on Max Verstappen, same place we made contact before, but this time we're going to clear him before we reach the corner. Logan Sargent, in what will be his last season of Formula 1, moves over to the side and actually helps us by blocking Max a bit, and that gives us a over 1 second lead over Verstappen. He will not be able to come back at us with DRS. Now, as we're coming up on, I believe this is our teammate, Callie Mayer, right in front of us. Yes, it is. Mayer up in 4th. doing well. We are going to have to try to overtake our fellow compatriot and teammate, Callie Mayer. But, unlike Verstappen, we're going to try and make it a clean overtake. Not saying the overtake on Verstappen wasn't clean, but we definitely squeezed him to the side of the track in our show of disappointment with his racing of us. This time we're going to go over, and Callie actually gives us a bit of a squeeze, so we'll move over on the track to just show a little bit of upsetness to that move from Callie. But no contact made, collision free, we are set. Guan Yu Zhou trying to get out of the way of Oscar Piastri. He does, but in doing so, he actually slowed the McLaren down, and now we are right on the back of the Australian. And this is 2024, so this is, of course, as we ran into the back of Oscar Piastri, and that sent us over the curb as the car, whoa, and Oscar cutting across our nose, just slide on by the Australian. But interesting turn of events. Trying to get past Oscar Piastri. We got 3 laps to go to the checkered flag. We are in podium position, but the top 2 of Sergio Perez and Charles Leclerc are right there in front of us, 2 seconds up the road. I think we can go for a possible race win. Thanks, Mark. You didn't give us the gap ahead of us. I think the race win can be on the cards. Snap of oversteer. As the rear step out. Going to I tried to fix the glitch that is currently plaguing the screen, and it did not work. So we're just going to have to settle with this. We'll push forward. However, the top 2 are battling right in front of us. Now just a second behind Charles Leclerc, not even, less than 8 tenths behind the Monaco-esque Ferrari man. Less than half a second now is gaining. This race win is 100% now on the cards. We're gaining quickly on Charles Leclerc down the inside. We outbreak the Ferrari man, and now there's only one man ahead of us, the Red Bull of Sergio Perez. Nowhere to go for the chicane. Sergio Perez plants it perfectly, but we'll come back at him. Not into this break zone, but we will have DRS going on to the final lap of this Emilia-Romagna Grand Prix. DRS open. And immediately, Sergio Perez put under pressure, nowhere he can go. Aiden Jackson and Connor Sport take the lead into turn 1 of the final lap of the Imola Grand Prix. purple first sector. Can we try to maximize our own points? Unfortunately, after we overtook our teammate, Kelly Mayer has been overtaken by Max Verstappen, so she has fallen back down to P6. And it's a slow middle sector. We're going to have to push all the way to the line if we want to score the fastest lap here at Imola. Round the final corner, foot to the floor, ERS battery all the way, purple final sector. I think we got it.
Well done. Yes! Come on! Get in there!
Gotta say, it's been another good day for Connor Sport today. A string of positive performances recently has seen them establish themselves well and truly ahead of the midfield.
Yeah, they're in the top three now, Crofty. A great season so far, and I've been really impressed with both Mayer and Jackson.
I don't think you're the only one there, Ants. We'll be watching this season with interest. So after a magnificent race, we can now see the drivers making their way to the podium. And what a treat it is to see Connor Sport taking the top spot. That's a well-earned victory.
Last season with silver points.
Aiden, what a battle with Max out there today. How did you find it?
Alright. He's the best. So, asking about the battle with Max, here's how we can answer. We got 3 available responses to this question. He's the best. It's always going to be a challenge. It's not about him. I relish being able to bring the fight to him. I think in Breaking Point 1 and even Breaking Point 2, Aiden was a bit of a stubborn piece of work. Not as much as Devin Butler. Devin Butler definitely had a chip on his shoulder. But Aiden is not clear of that either. He did have a bit of a chip on his shoulder in both games as well. But we grew to accept Aiden, and eventually Devin as well. So I think I'm going to say that I relish to be able to bring the fight to Max.
People talk about Max for a reason, but look, I don't like how dominant he's been in recent years. You know, none of the drivers should. We know he's a champion, but we can all compete with him. And if we can't challenge him more, then, you know, what are we even doing out here today? I think it's time that the rest of us start to change the conversation. So, yeah, I'm pleased to have taken the fight to him a little bit today.
You're now 3rd in the Constructors. That's the best start to a season the team has ever had. So, what do you put it down to?
I'm going to say, unfortunately, we cannot say that it has been down to me and Callie because that answer is locked. I don't want to say it was the leadership because that would mean we'd be complimenting Davidoff Butler. And like I said, Davidoff is a bit of a shady character, so I'm going to say that is the team in a whole.
I think it says a lot about the team. You know, the engineers, mechanics, strategists, they've all worked tirelessly to get us to this point. And, yeah, we're working harder than ever to be as good as we can possibly be. And, you know, to achieve 3rd place in the standings, I think that's a fair result for all of the efforts the team has put in.
Do you feel like you're sending a message to the rest of the grid with these kinds of results?
So, we do have the unlockable response to this question. Definitely we're here to compete with the best, and I'm going to go ahead and use
Absolutely. Well, that's why we're here, to take the fight to the big teams. We're more than just a new team. We're not just here to make up the numbers. We're here to compete with the best. And that's always been the case. And it's really great that the results are finally beginning to reflect that.
Thank you so much for your time.
Post-race, a racing incident between himself and Verstappen aside, Aiden Jackson puts in a fantastic performance in Imola, managing to salvage the race for another impressive finish for Connor Sport.
Beautiful. Yes. Hey, Dad. Just congratulating the guys on a job well done.
There's no time for that. We all did well. How are preparations coming on for Monaco?
Sure everything's in hand.
Listen, we don't have time to rest on our laurels. I want the race data analysed and full diagnostic reports on Casper's desk before we begin packing down. Listen, you've dropped the ball on this one. You cannot take your foot off the gas, not when Connosport is this close to success. I expect you to take charge. Show the team what a leader is.
Yeah, well, it's a bit difficult, that, Dad. I'm team liaison. Basically, I pass notes between departments. Not exactly leadership material, is ever.
You have got to focus on the bigger picture. Casper.
Devin, can you give us a minute? Just need to talk to your father.
Yeah, sure thing, boss. I'll just go liaise, yeah?
David, why so full on?
Just trying to motivate him, is all. He needs to stay focused.
I'm talking about the team. They've just had a fantastic result, and you're... Just give them some space to simmer down, to celebrate.
Of course. You're right. But we cannot lose momentum now, Casper. Everything must be in its place.
What are you planning?
What do you mean?
I've seen that face before. I mean, whatever it is, just keep me informed. I don't want any nasty surprises.
I'm just looking out for my family, that's all.
Okay.
Davidoff Butler. Shady as ever, but interestingly, I don't feel like this shadiness is as shady as he was at the end of Breaking Point 2.
Davidoff, hi.
I missed you just now, Aiden. Some race out there.
Yeah, thanks. It was a decent performance.
Decent? It was more than just decent, Aiden. Those are the kind of performances that win titles.
Yeah, you know, that's what we're aiming for.
Exactly. And, hey, that's another steak night.
You know, you don't have to take me out for steak every time I have a good race.
Indulge me, Aiden? Callie won't ever accept, and I see far too much Devon as it is.
All right, Davidoff. That's very kind.
Good, thank you. There's a place called Giovanni's, not far from the hotel. I'll see you there at 8.
Thanks, Davidoff.
Ciao.
Interesting. It would seem as though Davidoff wants to celebrate with Aiden every time he has a good performance, and we get another email from Devin Butler, this time as Aiden Jackson. Suggestions. Come on, Devin, you don't... This isn't even capitalized. He's... Sometimes I feel like Devin is still just a child. Aiden, mate, not bad out there today, but I've made a few notes on your performance and how you can get more from the car. Obviously, you did well. I'm just saying there's room for improvement. I can help you. Let's arrange a time to chat, yeah? Devin. I like him more than I did at the end of Breaking Point 1, after Breaking Point 2, but he's still got that chip on his damn shoulder.
Yes, he does.
Something tells me, though, Davidoff, something is happening with Davidoff.
Why do you think that?
We head to mid-race in Austria, Chapter 2, as the paddock heads to the prestigious Styrian Mountains for the Austrian Grand Prix. Both Jackson and Mayer are hoping to maintain the team's momentum deeper into the season.
Excellent start, Aiden. Now's our time to push. Come on. Copy that.
So once again, driving is Aiden. We weren't given the choice, so it might be that possibly we'll be seeing something happen that has us moving over to Callie Mayer. I'm not sure where Callie is at the moment. She might be behind us, as I was looking at the mini-map and got distracted. That part of the circuit you cannot get distracted at, otherwise bad things will happen. Trying to get past Carlos Sainz. I can't quite for sure know where Callie is. Hopefully she's doing well for the team. So we have gotten past Carlos Sainz, now chasing after Charles Leclerc. Oh, whoa! Love tap to the back of the Ferrari. And with ERS activated, Charles Leclerc, take those softs off, mate. Doesn't matter. Charles Leclerc was a sitting duck. And we have gotten past the Ferrari man, now on the back of George Russell in the Mercedes. And then up the road is our good old pal, Max Verstappen. A little further up the road is race leader Lando Norris.
That was the fastest lap of the race. Keep this up. Well done.
Had to run a little wide there because otherwise we would have ran straight into the back of Max Verstappen. Doesn't matter though, because on the straight DRS, no need to use the battery. We absolutely power past the Dutchman up into P2, now chasing after the McLaren of Lando Norris. And Daniel Ricciardo has just done us a favor. Daniel Ricciardo in the sister Red Bull team of Visa Cash App RB has just blocked Max Verstappen, and we now have a 2.8 second gap to the Dutchman and growing, as we are now right up behind the McLaren. Our fellow Brit forget being behind Lando Norris with DRS and a bit of extra power with the battery, we have passed Lando Norris.
Some brilliant laps out there at the Red Bull Ring today, especially from our race leader, Aiden Jackson.
And his teammate, Mayo, is making up ground out there as we speak.
An impressive overtake on the cards. Is it? Is it? Yes, it is. Mayo moves another place closer to her teammate in first.
So, we do swap over to Callie.
Aiden's in first? Copy that. Aiden is in first.
Can I catch him?
Let's go and find out, mate. Come on.
I can catch him.
The team has now figured out how to motivate Callie Mayer after the end of Breaking Point 2. Big
9 seconds
upsetment, however, contact made with Carlos Sainz, and it nearly sent us into a full spin, luckily saving it to only a half spin. We do come back on track into the path of Sergio Perez, so that will frustrate Red Bull, I am sure, as again, the brakes not really...
Nice work, mate. That brings you up a place.
Not
Five
really
places behind
sure...
Aiden. 5 places behind. The gap's 9 seconds.
Not sure how I feel about the braking into turn 3 with the new handling. I feel like I'm getting used to it a little more, but again, first time playing this game, so these are the first ever tracks that I'm ever trying on F125.
Gap of 8 seconds separates you.
Turn 1, trying to get past George Russell. Yes, it is George
Catching
Russell.
the car ahead by a couple of seconds a lap now.
Next
Really
up
good.
is Charles Leclerc. Going dummy him to the right, force him to tighten up his line, and we're going to send it around the outside of the Ferrari in turn 3. And again, the Connor Sport car has absolutely minced the Ferrari on softs, while we are on a pair of mediums. Makes me wonder how worn out those softs are on the Ferrari.
Aiden is 3 places ahead of you right now. A 6-second gap separates you.
We're closing up to the reigning 3-time champion at this moment. By the end of 2024, it should be 4-time champion Max Verstappen, but we will see how this season concludes. As we make the pass on Max Verstappen, we are up into the top 3. Now chasing after Lando Norris to then try and get after our teammate, Aiden Jackson.
The gap's 3 seconds.
I will say the steering handling on F125 feels so much better than 2024. It feels so much like they took the great parts of 2023 and what little there is to say about 2024's handling model.
Okay, Aiden's a couple of places up on you, and 3
Oh!
seconds separate you.
Contact with Lando Norris. We are going to take a look at that. Let's see if that was me coming across him. Yes. Unfortunately, that is going to be a rewind. If we can.
Yeah.
Yes. So this time we'll be more careful and knowledgeable of the McLaren. That is incredible. The reason I moved over is because usually, in previous games, the AI would actually back out by that point, but Lando Norris has actually stayed in the fight, has stayed on throttle. Eventually we do pull out a gap over the McLaren, and now trying to get up to our teammate. Do I think I could have done something? Do I feel like I could have gone after Aiden and still won, even with the spin? Yes, but I don't want to have to redo the entire mission, the entire chapter, if necessary, if I weren't able to. So this is how we're going to do it. Still not ideal, considering we did have to use a rewind, but you guys know me, I allow myself one rewind, one free one each.
Okay, the gap is less than a second.
Each time, as we now overtake our teammate. Aiden Jackson won't be too pleased with that, but it was a clean move, and we are going to carry on to try and bring Callie Mayer to the win here in Austria. Two laps to go here at one of the shortest laps around the F1 circuit. We're going to try to bring Callie Mayer to the fastest lap. Finally have her in some clean air. We're going to push, see what we can do with Callie Mayer in terms of trying to beat teammate Aiden Jackson's lap time. Absolutely abusing the track limits.
Okay, mate, this is the final lap of the race. Final lap.
Great lap, but not good enough.
Teammate behind, 5.0 seconds.
We don't have the battery. We don't have the ERS battery to try to make a second attempt. So Aiden Jackson will have the fastest lap here in Austria, but Callie Mayer will take the win. Over 6 seconds ahead of teammate Aiden Jackson now. The two Red Bulls, 4th and 5th, Verstappen and Perez. So, I believe we will be taking second place in the Constructors' Championship away. But it is going to be a 1-2 for Connor Sport. Callie Mayer rounds the final corner and will weave to the finish line. Checkered flag for Callie Mayer.
You worked hard for that one. Congratulations. Well done.
Yes!
in a league of their own today, and what a day for Connor Sport.
It really is, Crofty. There'll be people out there wondering when was this team going to slip up, but so far they haven't. It's been a great performance from both of their drivers.
And that performance puts them in second place in the Constructors' Championship within striking distance of Red Bull. Can they top the table? Well, with performances like that, I'd say they could. And I can see the drivers starting to approach the podium for the victory celebrations. A real team victory today. Everybody played their part. So congratulations then to Connor Sport, your race winners today.
And it is a all-British podium here at the Austrian Grand Prix.
Callie, congratulations on first place today. How do you feel?
We're going to go with I'm growing in confidence with each race. That is the unlockable response that we have now unlocked.
Thanks, I feel good. I'm feeling more and more confident with each race, and I felt in control from start to finish out there today. And this is exactly where we want to be, not just fighting for the podium, but fighting for the outright win. It just proves to me that I can be out there beating the best, and it proves to the team we've got what it takes to compete at the highest levels of the sport.
You had to go through your teammate to secure victory today, so come on, what was it like taking on Aiden out there?
We're going to play the politically correct answer to this question in the world of Formula One politics.
Well, Aiden and I are good friends off the track these days, and I'm always aware when it's him out there. I'm never going to be too aggressive with Aiden in a situation like that, just in case I hurt the team's chances. So I'd honestly rather it was Max or Sergio, but you know, you've got to push regardless of who's in front of you.
Well, today has moved Connor Sport up to second in the table for the first time ever. But can you sustain this level throughout the rest of the season?
I feel like if we say who knows, then that would put a poor image on the team. So we're going to say that we are doing everything we can to improve further.
Yeah, we're not just going to sustain this level. The goal is to improve it. We've worked too hard to get here just to let it slip now. We're not going to reach second place and be content. We've got to capitalise on this momentum and keep pushing and aim for the top. And honestly, I think days like today show that we've got what it takes to get there.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Austrian Grand Prix post-race, a dominant performance for Connor Sport at the Red Bull Ring, home of Red Bull Racing, has served to silence any remaining doubters regarding the team's current place amongst Formula One's elite. But with a target now firmly placed on their backs, how will the team respond?
Thank you for staying behind. Connor Sport's flying this season, flying. We're one place behind Red Bull. But it's a long season. I won't be around for a race or two. I have a bit of business I can't avoid. So I thought we'd get together and make sure that you understand what I expect from you in my absence.
Well, you said it yourself. We're flying, right? So we just keep doing what we're doing.
No.
Yep.
Look, if we're to catch Red Bull, take Connor Sport to the next level, each of you is going to have to step it up. Devon, you need to take charge more. You're a butler, a man of action. You need to start acting like one.
What's Casper said about that?
Callie, in my absence, follow Devon's lead. No arguments.
Finally.
Casper will be calling the shots, as usual. But Devon speaks for me. Is that clear?
Sure, no problem.
So, when we reach top of the table, Connosport will no longer be the hunter, but the hunted, and every team will be gunning for you. So, Aiden, if there are any disagreements anywhere in the team, don't be afraid to step in. Casper is going to be coming under increasing stress over the next few races. I need to make sure there's someone there with a cool head, able to smooth things over. And to keep half an eye on these two. Now, does everyone understand what I want them to do? Have I made myself clear?
Crystal? Of course.
Sure.
Good. I think we're done here. Remember what I said? You can close the door on your way out.
Well, well, well. That was extremely interesting. Let's look through some. Ooh, we getting a call. Is it from Mum? Yes, it is.
Mum.
Congratulations, Cal! I was screaming at my TV.
All nice things, I hope.
You are the best driver on the grid right now. There, I've said it.
Thanks, Mum. How's everything?
Oh, well, funny you should ask. I just had a call from your father.
You answered?
I suppose I was curious.
What did he want?
Well, he called to talk about you. Isn't she doing well? That kind of thing.
Okay.
And then he wished me well. And he said he had to take another call. Anyway.
Weird.
Has he mentioned me at all?
I mean, we don't really talk.
No. Of course you don't. Sorry. Suppose not. Anyway, darling, well done again. I'll let you go, sweetie.
Bye, Mum.
Very interesting. So, not only did Davidoff just talk to us in that cinematic, saying how he wants the team to step it up, and he was talking to Devon about how he needs to take charge more. But Davidoff has just called his ex-wife and his children's mother, and complimenting Callie behind her back. You don't do something like that unless you know something.
He's a shady man.
He's a shady man, but that is not... He's definitely hiding something. Davidoff Butler is definitely hiding something. I don't know if we'll find out what that something is right away in this next chapter, or if we're going to have to wait, but we'll step into chapter 3, and then following that chapter 4, and then that'll be the end of this episode. And the next episode we'll do the next 4 chapters, and that'll be Zeke racing. But yes, very strange from Davidoff Butler. So we head to the Belgian Grand Prix in Spa several weeks later for Chapter 3. With Connosport nipping at the heels of Red Bull in the Constructors' Championship, Casper Ackerman looks to keep the team focused on target as the F1 world heads into the final race before the summer break.
Could you take a look at this one?
We get to make another decision as Casper, and it would seem that a senior team member from the Aero team has been putting in good results and has now asked if we could promote her. I'm going to say that we delay it. We promise that we promote her, but we wait to see how her performance progresses over the next few race weekends, and of course, heading into the summer break, 3 weeks between this race and the next race. I think this is an important time to not promote anyone, but watch their work progression. A charity who we have worked closely with in the past. Geez, I can't read, guys. A charity has asked if Aiden or Kelly would be a patron for their latest campaign. Both seem to want to provide their support, but due to commitments with other charitable causes we already represent, it would be best if we only provide one driver. It's basically asking who do we choose. If we choose Aiden, Aiden has worked well with them in the past and has already has great relationship with the team over at that certain charity. Kelly will be a great representative both for Connosport and the charity. It does not say that Kelly has worked with this certain charity before, so I believe we send the driver who has worked with this charity before, knows them, has great chemistry. I'll go ahead and send Aiden. We look at the news feed. So we get a call. Is it from Davidoff? It is.
Davidoff.
Casper, we will push for the title, won't we?
I mean, we're already pushing. A good result today and we could be right behind Red Bull, or even beating them.
Can you guarantee that for me? Can you guarantee that we'll beat Red Bull?
I can guarantee that we will try. That we will do everything we can, every effort. You know this.
We can do it, Casper. I know we can.
Davidoff, is there something I can help you with? Are you okay?
No, I have other business to attend to. Ciao.
I don't like this. I don't like how Davidoff just sounded there. It sounded like he was in some sort of trouble. What that trouble is, he definitely chose not to say. But he was asking if we will push for the title, and he was being quite... I don't want to say he was being pushy or touchy, but he definitely wanted a straightforward answer. He didn't...
Well, he sometimes is like that. He wants that kind of answer.
Yeah, but the tone of his voice was also like he heard really bad news. And I mean, we saw how he reacted when they said that Devin couldn't drive anymore, and he just lashed out in Breaking Point 2. That sounded like it was like he was just told something by a doctor.
Or something of like the sport or something like that.
Something is definitely up with Davidoff, and I'm not sure quite what yet, but I think with that call, we might be finding out in this very chapter.
Hey, we need your input on this one.
So Davidoff has been talking to some press and has said some stuff. I think we go for the strong finish. Fastest lap would be nice, but if we can go for the strong finish, it'll give us better reputation, and it will give us a strong chance at pushing further forward towards Red Bull, maybe even taking the lead over Red Bull. But now it is time to get into the Belgium Grand Prix mid-race. Chapter 3. An average performance in Saturday's qualifying has meant Callie Mayer has a lot of work to do to continue her string of impressive results for Connorsport. A solid opening stint has set her up well, but a sudden technical issue presents another challenge. And it would seem as though for the third breaking point story, we are getting another technical issue. Will it be another gearbox seizure like it was in Breaking Point 1, or will it be a fuel issue that caused a slow car like it was in Breaking Point 2? Let's find out.
There's an issue with the gearbox.
Who wanted
Okay,
gearbox?
stand by, I'm assessing it now.
Who called gearbox?
Okay, Callie, you are going to have to manage that problem for now, please. Copy? Okay.
It was so
we're
hard to
looking
do
into
this. It was a bit hard doing this.
Okay, so we have lost 7th here. So that is not going to help
We've got a
us.
loss of spare energy. Okay to use your overtake button.
That's not going to help us at all. Especially since we want to try to go after the win. So I'm not sure quite how that's gonna work out. We now have Landon Norris looking at us. It's like shark in bloodied water. He has the blood scent, and he knows that there's a easy kill in the water. Just trying to manage the fault of losing 7th gear. Hopefully we don't have to manage it for too long, because otherwise the win might slip out of our fingers. Aiden Jackson doing well on the hard compound tire in front of us. He is 2 places ahead of us in P4. We are currently P6. Sergio Perez 5 seconds up the road. Lando Norris.
And gap to the car in front, 0.7 seconds.
He was gaining. We do out traction in the brake zone and through the acceleration. But it is when we are struggling with the loss of 7th gear that Lando is catching us. We're able to stay within 6th or 8th gear, then we should be all fine. Don't know how long it's going to take for the team to fix the fault, but we have actually managed to close the gap from 5 seconds to just under 3 seconds to Sergio Perez, and we have grown the gap from Lando Norris to over 3 seconds. Trying to push, trying to continue to move forward. this fault, the sound is definitely a high annoyance.
Yeah, it is.
Hopefully the team can fix the fault soon. Oh.
Right, well done, Callie. Well managed. The issue should now be resolved. Can you please confirm? Please confirm.
Yeah, all good.
She found the space and may have got the overtake done. Looks like those gearbox issues are truly behind her now, and surely she'll have her sights set on that podium.
And what a fantastic move it was. She's been super impressive out there today.
Okay, mate, you're making good ground here. Let's push.
Copy.
Okay. Devin is not affiliated with his mother at all. So why was Devin's mom just calling him during a race? I am now 100% positive that something is up with Davidoff. And I'm fairly certain that that is what Evelyn Mayer, the mother of Callie Mayer and Devin Butler, was just trying to contact her son about. Us as Callie Mayer, however, now we have to put our heads down, try and get past Aiden Jackson so we can go after the race win. Jackson to the side to, I'm gonna say that he was
3.7 seconds.
moving over to allow us through, but it could also be that Aiden just wanted to try and make a defensive move. Didn't work out much, however, if that was the case, because we are now past our teammate and looking at the back of Fernando Alonso. In 2024, that Aston wasn't really podium worthy.
Okay, gap to leader, 3.7 seconds.
As we made short work of the Spaniard. Now, coming up back to Oscar Piastri. The McLaren trying to give chase to Max Verstappen, but to no avail because the Red Bull in this universe is just quicker than the McLaren.
2.5 seconds.
Unlike in real life 2024, where by this point the McLaren was technically the better car on the grid than the Red Bull. Then again, you could say that this is just Max's.
Okay, you're catching the car ahead, but remember, we need to get to the end of the race on these tyres. Okay, so gap to the leader, 2.2 seconds.
But Max as a driver is being hunted by us as Callie Mayer. And I think I know just what to do to try and help Aiden Jackson out. Aiden is...
The distance to the leader, 0.6 seconds.
Thank you, Mark. I know exactly where the leader is there. if we can get past Verstappen, we can go ahead and absolutely upset the Dutchman. And down the inside, this is exactly what I'm talking about. Now we're going to slow our car. We're going to ease our pace, and we're going to bunch up everyone behind us and try to help our teammate make some moves. Oh my goodness, Max has absolutely sent it on us. Trying to squeeze into a gap that wasn't quite really there, but he stayed in the gas, as he does there as well. The AI just so aggressive in F125, and I love it.
Yes, they are.
Going to once again slow our car and take a wide line into turn 1, trying to help our teammate. We're basically trying. What we are doing is essentially making again, Max going for it, aggressive manner, and just not working out to our favor. So we now see a fantastic battle in front of us. Aiden Jackson going for it on me and Fernando Alonso. Speaking of which, me and Fernando touch wheels, touch side pods, and that is us sideways. And we are going to have to try to re-overtake Sergio Perez, Aiden Jackson, Oscar Piastri, and Max Verstappen once again. And after all that, Max Verstappen has found himself back in the lead. We tried to help our teammate. We did help him get past the Aston Martin, but now it has cost us we have to get back past the McLaren and then chase back after the Dutchman.
Okay, gap to leader, 1.4 seconds.
McLaren with no DRS. Completely a complete sitting duck. We'll wait for the DRS line. We're going to try to make the same move Verstappen pulled on us. Not quite replicating it as Verstappen cuts across our nose, so we're going to come in and slam the door shut on Verstappen. That is us sideways. And again, a necessary rewind. Now we'll slam the door shut on Max Verstappen. Again, we're going to try something. Our teammate Aiden Jackson now going for it on Max Verstappen. Going to send Piastri wide, but that actually helps Max and hurts Aiden. Trying to make a bottleneck. Trying to bottle up the AI. Going to send Max wide. And then again send Oscar wide. And again just not working to what I want to have happen. That's what's going to have to do it. We do force Max behind Oscar Piastri. Unfortunately, Aiden just not able to do with what I was trying to do. but we'll come through with Callie Mayer. And I think we're about to find out what has happened to Davidoff Butler. Oh, she's celebrating. I don't like this.
Some race from Callie Mayer today, and those points will see Connor Sport take the top spot in the constructors' standings. And for the first time in the team's short history. Question is, how will Red Bull now respond?
Well, I'm sure they won't take this lying down, but for now, it's Connor Sport who are the best team of this 2024 season.
Well, Connor Sport are on top form once again after an excellent race weekend. It's great to see them up on that podium once again.
Chapter 3, Post-Race, a historic moment. Connor Sport are top of the constructors' standings after a stunning performance in Spa from Callie Mayer. On top of the world and wanting to share the moment with her family, she searches the paddock for her brother, Devin.
Hey, nice one.
Hey. Thank you. Casper said you were hiding out in here. Where you been? We're on top of the standings.
Shut the door, Cal.
Everything all right?
Yeah, I think you better take a seat.
What is it?
Just sit down. Why don't you ever listen?
All right. What's wrong, Dev?
It's Dad.
What about him? Where is he?
He's dead. He's dead, Cal.
Come here.
Can't believe it.
You're gonna be okay, Dev. You're gonna be okay.
That is a dark turn.
My jaw dropped when I saw that.
Absolutely the darkest turn of any F1 game I've ever seen. Chapter 4. I don't even know if I want to do the fourth chapter in this video.
You should.
Chapter 4, the Dutch Grand Prix. 1 month later, the sudden death of Connor Sport team owner Davidoff Butler comes as a shock not only to his family, but the sports world as a whole. However, F1 waits for no one.
Nope.
As the grid heads to Zandvoort.
A lot of drivers are posting some of their best times, but you know, so are we.
Yeah, they can push all they want, they're not catching us.
One more question about your dad, if that's okay.
Oh no, we've already issued a public statement.
Well, the press release didn't say how you felt personally, so I was just wondering if you'd care to elaborate on that, as the family?
We loved him dearly, and we miss him very much.
He was a good dad. He was a good man. He loved this team, loved this sport. You know, and most importantly, he loved his family. He was very generous, very supportive. He was a good dad. Right, Kelly? Thank you. It's not hard, Cal. You just show a little bit of emotion like a normal person. He was a good man who loved his family.
Did he?
Come on, not this again. Look, what more did you want from him? I mean, I know you two had a rough patch, but you owe him just as much as I do.
Huh. You really believe that?
Hey, boss. Got another one for you.
Problem called Devon. Following Davidoff's passing, everyone's a bit directionless, and Devon isn't helping. He's interfering with people's work and ramping up pressure on team members. Mood seems low, people look tired and glum, and there's chatter that a lot of Connor Sports staff are applying for jobs at other teams. What would you suggest to improve more morale? I'm going to allow some time off. Along the same lines, it would appear that Devon is insisting his personal health guru be brought on as part of the Connor Sports staff. He says he'll help maximize the driver's potential. He's not strictly a medical professional. Some might call... I'm not even going to try and say that word. But as I said, Devon is insisting this happens. How do you want?
It's pretty much pseudoscience.
Let's go along with it. If only to pacify Devon for now. We're going to take a PR hit over this, though. No. If it's going to hurt the team, then I can't allow it. I know Devon's hurting, but I can't allow anything that hurts the team.
Hey, Andrea.
Hey, how's everything? How's Callie?
Well, she insists we stick to the schedule, so business as usual, I guess. You know, I don't know what else to do.
Do you think she's okay?
No idea. She's difficult to read. Always has been.
Would Devon talk to her?
Haven't asked. You know, they have a strange relationship, those two.
Some things never change, eh? Listen, I'm around. You call me if you need me, yes?
Thanks, Andrea. Hey, Cal.
Hey, so you wanted to chat? What's up?
Yeah, I, just wanted to check that everything's okay with you.
Yeah, I'm fine. I'm all good. Ready to go.
Good. So, look, I'm gonna ask you straight. Are you okay to drive today?
Of course. Why wouldn't I be?
Listen, you know what I'm saying.
I'm saying I'm fine. I need to prepare, so I'll get going if that's everything.
See you soon.
See you soon.
Interesting. So, obviously, as we know from Breaking Point 2, Davidoff... Oh, another call.
Hey, Devon. Just the man I wanted to talk to.
Yeah, you and a million others, mate. Look, I've just seen some dark clouds approaching. Is it gonna rain?
Our radar's looking good. No rain expected. Hey, listen, while I got you, I just wanted to check in. See how you're doing.
Well, I don't see what that's got to do with the weather.
Okay, Devon, I'm just going to ask you directly. Are you okay?
You know what, Casper? I've just realised I would like to be discussing literally anything else right now. Okay? Look, I've got some concerns about our upgrade package. The main one being, where is it?
It's in progress.
Yeah, what's in progress is Red Bull are embarrassing us. They're not slowing down, you know? Meanwhile, we can't even deliver a minor upgrade. That is, in case you forgot, your responsibility. We're going backwards.
Devon, just please give me some time. A bit of patience. We should be in a good position very soon.
Should won't cut it. But okay. Be waiting. Ciao.
So Devon. So as I was saying, Davidoff did not support Callie Mayer in her junior racing. Instead, funded just Devon. So Callie slightly resents her father for that. So when, for those who haven't played Breaking Point 2, that is, or seen Breaking Point 2, that is why Callie did not want to say anything to the press. But, enough of that. I think all the admin work is done. Let's head to the race. Dutch Grand Prix in Zandvoort, mid-race, Chapter 4, my final chapter. The final chapter we'll be doing in this video, and my final chapter until Chapter 9, because 5, 6, 7, and 8 in next video will be done by Zeke. With expectations high following their recent run of form, Callie Mayer finds herself struggling in the early stages of the Dutch Grand Prix.
Let's use overtake and burn off some of this energy.
So, main objective is to finish 5th or above. So, we are currently P10. So we boot Hulkenberg out of the way. I believe we can go after possibly a podium, depending on where podium places are.
Okay, so gap to the car ahead, 4.0 seconds. work. That's a new fastest lap of the race.
What a race this has been from Callie Mayer. Threatening so many times, but she's under pressure here. And oh, she's lost it! Oh no! Lost it at the third turn. Her race is over. And I'd imagine that's a red flag.
It just looks like she ran a bit wider. Here's the replay. Had a snap of oversteer. Wasn't quite able to catch it, and yeah, this is going to be a red flag. There it is.
Oh dear, what a great day it could have been. And the Connosport team watches on from the pit wall. It was all looking so promising.
Is Callie alright? Is she okay? She's absolutely fine, yeah, don't worry. Right, it's all on you now. Let's keep the focus up. We've got a chance to improve our position at this restart. Okay, copy that. Let's try this again. Fresh start, head down. Copy.
And a terrible accident. Sergeant Knight, that was not good. Terrible crash for Callie Mayer involving George Russell and Nico Hulkenberg, I believe the Haas was. Is that to do with her stress over her father's passing? It could be, but definitely does not help Connor Sport's position here today in the Dutch Grand Prix. Aiden Jackson was unfortunately down at the back. We have made up severe ground, however, and pushed back up to a top 8 position. Trying to go around the outside of Pierre Gasly. And we send it to the bottom of Carlos Sainz. Trying now to get by Lando Norris, who in real life absolutely dominated the 2024 Dutch Grand Prix. Again, with that stupid curve, they still didn't fix it. Hopefully that comes in a later patch. Is that curve? That curve, man. Huh? I'll show you when I get around to it again.
You take the curve by her.
From a long way back, we make the move and get the overtake done on Lando Norris. Zandvoort seems much easier to drive than it did the previous 2 years.
Yeah, I agree.
It should be very fun.
It's much.
That curve right there.
Oh, that curve.
Definitely, I swear. Last year was terrible.
I know. Can't wait to actually race it again.
Hmm?
So, just wait till we race there again.
Good job. That was the fastest lap of the race so far.
2 laps to go. We have a podium in our sights. Max Verstappen has absolutely blitzed the restart. I don't think we're going to be able to win this one. Aiden Jackson just too far down the order at the restart. And Piastri just cut across the mirrors. Oh, you've got to be kidding me again with the curb. Okay, so some of the curbs are not fixed from last year. But the handling on F125 makes it feel so much better around Zandvoort. That has just killed our chance. Oscar Piastri just killed our chance at a shot to go after Max Verstappen. So usually I would send him to the Shadow Realm, but I want to try and maximize what points we can get. So we're just going to leave Piastri alone.
Final lap, push.
See if we can't try and get up onto the podium.
I can't remember if I got second or third.
Hush boy, I don't care about yours.
Great maneuver. You made it look so easy.
You were running one level lower than me. So hush, I don't care about yours. Also, I'm busy trying to fuck for our injuries. Whoa! Nearly lost the car, but boom, there's Petrie.
Yes, and that's the podium. Excellent
Oh,
drive.
my word.
The whole team have worked especially hard this weekend, and that, my friend, is a fantastic reward. Well done.
Good effort. Just didn't have the pace
It's
today.
been a memorable race here at Zandvoort today, and an important race too, as Red Bull reclaimed the top spot in the Constructors' Championship, and Connor Sport drop into second.
Yeah, I mean, Jackson tried his best to salvage some points today, but Connor Sport will be devastated to give away the top spot like that. It's truly been a difficult few weeks for the team.
As you know all too well, Anthony, it can be a punishing sport sometimes, but I'm sure Connor Sport will regroup. Red Bull puts up an outstanding fight for the front position today, and it's great to see it paid off for them. They do so much for the sport that you can't help but be delighted by today's race win.
Everyone skip the podium for now.
Aiden, Callie's incident really shook things up out there. How did it affect the race for you today?
We only have
Yeah, it
Kelly's
really
back.
did shake things up, but look, Callie's an incredible driver. She always drives right to the limit, and you know her instincts out there today, they are the same instincts that have given us this season so far. So it's been tough for her recently, but the team has her back, I have her back, and we'll all keep pushing together.
Well, Connor Sport dropped back to second place today. How will the team deal with that?
Yeah, we'll do what we always do. We'll debrief and look where we change, where we can improve. It wasn't quite clicking for us out there today, so that means reassessing a few things and figuring out where we've gone wrong. Whether it's strategy or whether it's just a matter of performance, we'll sit down as a team and figure out the best way forward.
Well, it's clearly been a very tough few weeks for you all with the loss of Davidoff Butler. How are you coping?
Something tells me that that is not the one to go with. I feel like this one is.
It's been a tragic loss, but to be honest, I think it spurred us on. The one thing Davidoff wanted more than anything was to see this team succeed. He truly believed in us. He knew what Connor Sport was capable of, and he would have wanted us to keep pushing for that title. So we're doing everything we can to make that reality for him.
Well, thank you for chatting with us. Great to have your time.
So we will finish out the episode with the cinematic following Chapter 4. Already reeling from the loss of Davidoff Butler, Connor Sport have a race to forget in Zandvoort as Mayer crashes out in dramatic fashion. To make matters worse, the result sees Red Bull leap back to first place in the constructors' standings. And no cinematic, actually. So we will just immediately... Oh.
Hayden, thanks for your input in the review.
Yeah, no worries. It was productive. You know, especially considering everything. It's a weird vibe in the garage. Everyone's pretty quiet.
Yeah, can you blame them?
Suppose not. How's Callie?
Yeah, well, I was going to ask you the same. She's, well, keeping herself to herself.
Yeah. It must be terrible for her and Devon. I can't even imagine. I know I'm not part of the family, and you know, I'm just here to drive, but I want to help where I can. You know, just let me know what I can do to support them and you.
Thanks, Aiden. Yeah, I'll bear that in mind.
I mean it. Focus on Devon and Callie for now. I don't need much managing. You can fuss over me later.
Okay. I appreciate that. And sometimes I forget that, you know.
Forget what?
Well, you wouldn't have said that as a rookie. So, yeah, I've got some other stuff to deal with, but thanks.
Yeah, anytime. Bye, Casper.
Oh, I love our dynamic duo. Oh, this one. Breaking Point 3 is, you know, I thought we were just going to be trying to challenge Red Bull for the title from the trailers, but clearly that's what EA wanted us to believe, and while it is true, we are challenging Red Bull for the title. It's yeah. This is weird. So guys, if you have enjoyed the first 4 chapters of Breaking Point 3, don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that little bell, get notified whenever I post new videos, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.